So this is what happens when you don't have a permanent space for a workshop. So guitar's not fitting on that table. So what are we gonna do? Well, you clean up before you start working, I guess. So all we have to do is make all this stuff disappear. Something's still missing here. What is it that we need? That's better. I think we can work with this. Welcome back to the basement, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you how to clean up a guitar that's been sitting for, well, too long. Anytime is too long for a guitar to be sitting. I've got one it's been sitting in its case for, I haven't played it in a long time. There's one guitar that I have that hangs on the wall, and that's the one that I usually play. And the rest of them are sitting in their case, either in a closet or under the bed or whatever. So unfortunately, some things don't get played as much as they should. I'm in the process of cleaning out. I'm going to sell a few things and kind of consolidate so I don't have so much stuff sitting around. And I'm sure my parents will be happy to get some stuff out of their basement as well. So I'm going to clean this one up and try to get it sold off here after a bit. But the good thing to do for anyone, friends, family, whatever, but even if you're just getting rid of it, just selling your guitars, give it a good setup before you move it on to the next person. It will also make it way easier to sell if it's, if you got a guitar that plays like crap, you're going to have a hard time selling it to somebody who, if they're a guitar player, they're going to know that it's not set up ideally, and they're going to have to, spend more money on it to get it set up for them. So I'm going to give this one a quick clean, a quick setup, and we'll try to get it moved along. But so I'm going to show you a few things here. It's a fret eraser that I got off Amazon. I had been using steel wool, but it works fine, but it's not great for electronics if you get it in there. If you do use steel wool, you should definitely tape off your pickups and clean up the shavings and stuff before you undo all of your masking. I usually use the shop vac to suck up some of the shavings, and then just try to make sure that you keep that stuff away from your pickups, because it's metal and they're magnets. So I'm going to try this out, see if it's a lot better than things that I've used in the past, but we'll get it going here. I'm going to get the guitar on the workbench, and I'm going to tape off the fretboard. There are some masks that you can buy that go over the frets that do good for some chores, but I like the tape on this one because you can get farther down on the frets when you're cleaning. So this is the mask, and basically the fret fits in that slot, and you polish around it. You can see that this one's been polished on a few times. The problem is it is not super thin, so you'll have a hard time getting down in the corners next to the edge of your fretboard. So these are good for spot cleanings and the like, but if you're going to do a major polish, I think that tape works better. But this will work as well, and you don't have to spend time masking off the fretboard. Well, you can probably see from some of the pictures that I'll put up that this case is pretty dusty and dirty. So before we do too much with the guitar here, I'm just going to give the case a quick clean. Honestly, it's all just dust, and so I'm just going to, I don't know if you, just an old sock, got it wet in the sink, not super wet, it's not, but I'm just gonna wipe down the case itself. It should get all the dust off, and don't sop it, but this will just soak up some of the junk that's on there. We'll get it a quick clean and then set it aside and get the guitar out. So that gets the major dust off of it. It should be fine. I'm gonna fix that. Spot in the case with just some super glue. So clean this up. We'll get the guitar out. We'll set it into its spot, and we'll start getting the cleanup. Try this again since I forgot to plug in the microphone. Basically, there are a few things that you need here to get yourself started. This mat is a nice thing to have. It's just kind of a rubberized foam, just to protect the back of your guitar from your work surface. Also nice to have a neck support, especially with a guitar that has angled headstock and angled neck. Strat or Tele will sit fairly flat and not put undue stress on things, but on a guitar like this or a Les Paul, you'd be resting it on the neck, and that would put a little more stress on places that really shouldn't have it. So we're gonna get the strings off, we'll clean stuff up, and we will attack that fretboard. The easiest way to clean a lot of your surfaces is just, it's naphtha. You buy it at Home Depot or any of the tool places that sell paint or sandpaper, or anywhere you get that stuff. You can get that. It's a good cleaner. It doesn't leave a big mess for you. I'm gonna do a quick clean, and then we will get things ready to, we'll get our stuff ready to work on. All right, I'm gonna leave my cleaning of the fingerboard until after I've taped everything off and cleaned the frets. Just that way there's no stuff that I've scraped off the frets getting back on the fingerboard after I've cleaned it. So we're gonna get stuff taped off and we'll get set up. All right, so these fret erasers come in a little box. I got it on Amazon. It comes in a few different grits you can use. I'm just going to go through all three. I taped off the fretboard completely, so we'll go through with each step and we will see how it goes. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch me sanding, but we'll take a quick look here and we will see how these work. Okay, so you've watched me clean. It's clean. I did condition the fretboard. I used this that I got at Guitar Center. I'm sure there's other stuff available. This stuff seems like it should be fine. Don't use it a ton. It's kind of a cleaner conditioner type of stuff, so it should give a little bit of conditioning to the wood, but you don't want to use it too much. You don't want to over oil or whatever it's got in there to give it moisture. So I would say every couple string changes, depending on how often you are changing and how much you are cleaning. If you're cleaning your fingerboard with naphtha quite a bit, that's going to dry it out. You definitely want to keep that gunk out of there, but you'll probably want to give your fretboard a bit more conditioning to keep up with your cleaning regimen. If not, or if you don't play the guitar super often, you probably can get away with just like once a year or once every 6 months, depending on how often you change the strings. So everything's cleaned, the fretboard's oiled. I'm going to now put new strings on, which is pretty simple. You've seen all of this stuff before. I do have a video that shows how to do a setup on a guitar, so once I do this, I'm going to adjust the truss rod, set the intonation, that kind of thing. So if you want to take a look at that video that I made, I'll try to link it. Still learning how to do that kind of stuff. So, but that's there's a video up there that will show you how to do that. Just check my channel. So we're gonna throw the strings on there and we are gonna finish this thing off. All right, we're done. Overall, I think these are pretty good. They're more expensive than the steel wool, but you don't have to worry about the shavings getting into your pickups, which is a good thing. If you have a bolt-on neck guitar, you could certainly take the neck off and not have to worry about any of that stuff. But this is a set neck guitar, so you definitely have to, you can't separate them when you're working. 3 passes over the same fret's not that huge a deal. Put in your headphones, put your head down. New strings, clean, and you're done. It makes it easy to either live with a guitar that you've just bought that might have been kind of dingy, or getting it ready to sell on to somebody else. This was a quick and easy job. I hope to have a few more projects for you guys to take a look at. Hopefully teach you how to do some nice and easy stuff that you may not have thought to do yourself, but is super simple. I'll take some of the guesswork out of it, and we'll get you some more projects out. I've got some stuff shot and ready to go. You just need to edit it, and so get that done here in the near future. And we'll see you again in the next one. Thanks for watching, and take care.